Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Kassandra, and I'm going to take you through this 15-minute evening yoga stretch. This is day 29 of the evening yoga movement. We are almost near the end. If you're here for the first time and you haven't yet signed up for the evening yoga movement challenge, you can do so by clicking the link down below in the description box. So for day 29, we are going to start sitting, but I'll ask that I'm just going to start with your feet flat on the floor, knees bent, and you can bring your hands back behind you for some support. So we're going to start with seated pigeon pose, crossing your right ankle over the top of your left knee. And then you really get to control how deep you go into this like glute and outer hip stretch. The more you're bringing your left foot in towards you, the more intensely you're going to feel this one. So what we don't want is to round and contract. We're trying to push our hands into the floor, roll the shoulders back, and lift up through the chest. So find that nice middle ground. And then I like to just rock a little bit side to side, opening through that right hip. Maybe close your eyes. We're going to be here for about 10 breaths. Each class of this challenge is paired with a different affirmation. And tonight's affirmation is, "My journey is my own and I claim it now." My journey is my own and I claim it now. And you can repeat this to yourself a few times, noticing what comes up for you when you think of this, what it would mean to claim your own journey, your own path. Take one more full big breath. We'll be transitioning into square pose. I'll give an option if that's a little bit too much. So square pose, we're trying to stack our right shin over the left one. If that's not working for your hips and for your knees, just bring your right shin a little bit in front of the left one. Otherwise, right ankle is over your left knee, right knee is over your left ankle, and you might just feel enough sensation from sitting up nice and tall. You can just hold here, or you can start to walk your hands forward, folding down. So most likely you're going to feel it as you fold through your outer hips. Try not to push or pull. There's no need to go past your edge here. These bedtime classes are to help us unwind. So we want to get used to doing a little bit less, giving ourselves full permission to slow down, to just do things because they feel good for no other reason than that. 3 more breaths here in the pose. If you were down to the mat, you can push your hands into the floor, start to lift back up. So you want to bring your right leg back behind you so that your right knee aligns with your right hip. So I have my shin parallel to the long edge of the mat and this left shin parallel to the shorter edge of the mat. Push down into your right hip and start to lean back in a diagonal, leaning back any amount until you feel that nice release through your right thigh and right glute. And even though The emphasis of this pose is on our lower body. Try not to tense up your shoulders, your neck, your jaw. Three more breaths. My journey is my own, and I claim it now. Start to walk your hands back up. And one last thing here, you can stretch your right leg out to the side, bring your left foot towards that inner thigh and inner groin, and begin in a side bend. Left arm reaches up and over, so you're bending towards that leg. Keep rolling your left shoulder back, so we're not rounding forward here. We're staying lifted and tall, just elongating through the side of your waist. One more full breath like this. And then you can fold down towards your right shin and right knee. And sometimes supporting the head can be really nice, or you can just let your head dangle. We're not here for too long. Walk your hands in nice and slow, uncurling. And we'll be repeating this sequence on the other side. So start with your feet flat onto the floor. Find that seated pigeon pose, crossing your left ankle over your right knee and choosing how close you want to have your right foot in. Remember, we're not rounding here. We're trying to lift our chest up. And sometimes stillness feels best. I like to just rock a little side to side. Take 3 more breaths. Keep lifting up through your heart, pressing your shoulders down and away from your ears. Inviting that left hip to relax and release a little more. And we'll be transitioning into our square pose. So this time you're aligning your left shin, stacking it over the right one. Both feet are flexed. Remember, you can also always just bring your left shin slightly in front of the right one to make this a little bit more accessible. And sometimes sitting up will be more than enough, or you can start walking your hands out in front of you and folding forward. My journey is my own and I claim it now. See if you can just soften the muscles from the crown of your head all the way down to fingers and toes a little more. And walk your hands in. Let's lift. We're coming from here into our deer pose. So this time you want to get your left leg back behind you. You're aligning your left knee with your left hip, shin parallel to the longer edge of your mat. Press and roll that left hip down as you walk back in the diagonal, any amount. Three more breaths right here. Start to lift back up. So this time extend your left leg all the way out to the side and bring your right foot in towards your inner thigh. Begin with your side body stretch first. The right arm extends all the way up and over. Roll your right shoulder back, almost as if you were leaning back a little here. And really reach through those right fingertips. Keep pressing your right hip down. And now let's fold towards that left shin, left knee. Maybe supporting your head up with your hand or just letting yourself dangle. Walk your hands in, inch by inch. And let's just bring our legs out in front of us. Whatever feels good to you here. Maybe shaking it out a little. And we'll come to take a seat. Sit up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. Draw your hands together at your heart. And let's close with one chant of Om. Inhale to chant. Breathe in. Om. Namaste. Thank you so much, yogis, for doing this 15-minute evening yoga practice with me. This was day 29. Tomorrow is our last practice together. I can't believe it. Please let me know how you're feeling. Remember, use the hashtag good evening so I know you're part and that you have been a part of this evening yoga movement. I'll see you again tomorrow night. I would love for you to just take 5 minutes and do this affirmation meditation. Please do subscribe to my channel to support free yoga on the internet. You can do so just by clicking the subscribe button right here. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow.